What's going on, y'all? Today is today's Friday. Is it the 20th? The 19th? 19th. May 19th, me and Pop's back in the shop. And we know it's been a while. We've had a lot going on around the house, and we've had a lot going on at work and stuff like that. So Pops and I just come down here this Friday evening. And he's moving jacks and stuff around. We're going to do some work on the car. So I want to do a little update and show y'all what we've got done so far. And it's not much more than what we done in the last video, but we know it's been a minute since we've posted a video. So we'll give y'all a little update and let y'all know what we're going to do tonight. So y'all hang out with us. I'm going to turn the phone around, show you what we got going on. All right. Pop's moving the car. He got the engine hoist out. As y'all can tell, we're going to use that here in a minute. But since the last video, y'all don't mind that tab right there, we were looking at some steering stuff. I'll explain that too. Pops and I got the pedals mounted. And these brackets come from A&A Manufacturing. And we ordered them flat so we could do this right here. We wanted to use tubing to mount the pedals. And what we done is we used 1.25 inches right here to this outside of this plate. And we had to trim this inside plate for our steering shaft to come down through here. So this is 1-inch tubing, and we ran it across, and then we went down to the plate between the pedal assembly. And then that way it'll clear our steering shaft, but we can still move the pedal back and forth if we need to in the adjustment holes. And in the future, we're going to do a bracket with more holes. So we can get the pedal closer to the driver. We've had some people ask about it. And if somebody younger or smaller wants to drive, they can just move the pedals. So we will in the future, if we build another car for somebody or something, we'll put brackets on there that are more adjustable. So we got those mounted. They are stout. It's not going anywhere, but we are going to brace from this bar down to that bar, because all your pressure is when you push the pedal, and that'll hold it steady. And then I'm going to put a gusset here, and then I'm going to throw a gusset here, and then that way that'll help this outside plate from twisting or anything. So what we were looking at with the steering shaft, y'all remember I showed this tab from A&A. It is 3/16 thick, 3/4 hole for a 3/4 heim. It will be welding on right here, and it will be a heim through it and the steering shaft to go through that heim. But we were looking cost effective wise, it's better for us to use a stock steering box with a quickener, because we can take that steering box and go to O'Reilly's and get another one. And so we're going to order one more of these tabs, and we're going to weld it right here. Since this bar will be braced up here, we're going to weld this right there. And we are going to drill and bolt our quickener to our steering mount, and then gusset this right here and stiffen this up. And our quickener will be mounted there, so there will be a knuckle right here on the end of the quickener. And we're going to put this heim here to help support this shaft on this back side of that quickener. And then there will also be the heim there. So it'll have two heims. But with us mounting the quickener up here, we're able to go straight through that firewall, straight through that heim, straight to the box with a knuckle on the box. So we'll only still have one knuckle there, one knuckle here, and then a straight on this side going to me through a heim here. So just to give y'all a little insight there where we're headed with the steering and stuff. I don't know if we done anything else. As y'all can see, we got the mock-up seat in there. Seat was ordered today, and it should be here Monday. So we'll get the new seat in there. We'll figure out our seat brackets, how we're going to mount it and everything. And then we can figure out our seat belt mount. So that's why we needed to order a seat and get it here, so we can finish some tabs and stuff in there before we finish weld the chassis. We are working on a windshield bar. We've got a guy that's going to plasma cut us out a windshield bar. And we are working on, he is making the plates for here. that we talked about doing here. So he's gonna make plates to weld on here, and we'll run a bar from here to those plates and support that spring pocket. And then there will be another little bar come off and go to the back to support the shock. But that's where we're at, and that's what we're doing. Well, that's what we've done, and what we are going to do tonight or this evening. Pop's got the motor hoist out. We are going to grab those motor mounts hanging on that pegboard, and then the motor mounts that we have that go in stock location, and we are going to grab one of our blocks from our stash back here. We're going to grab a Chevrolet block right here, put our motor mounts on it, more than likely throw a set of heads on it and an intake. We're just going to use a stock cast iron intake for now. And we're going to see where we need to be. And the reason for the intake is Pops wanted to put an intake on it so we could throw a distributor in it, and we can make sure that the distributor will clear the firewall. So we're going to check all that. I just wanted to give y'all a little update. We know we haven't posted in a while. We're sorry. We just, for one, I've still been sick, and I was getting better. And then it hit me all at once again this week. So I got some shots. Hopefully I'm on the up now. I hope I'm getting better now. So it just hit me pretty hard. Hit me pretty hard this year. So I just really, I hadn't been coming down to the shop much. I'd come down here and me and Pops would sit here and talk, but I just didn't have the energy to really do anything. So as y'all can tell, I'm still talking kind of funny, but anyway, I'm going to throw it up on time lapse. I'm going to put the phone in the tripod here. I'll throw it up on time lapse. And while we get all this stuff bolted on this block, because it would take us a little bit to get it all drug out. And once we get it all bolted together, then I'll throw it on real time and we'll set it over in there, see where we're at. And another reason why we want to get it over in there is, if y'all remember, we're going to put that bar here. We're going to weld tabs here, and a bar is going to bolt across to help support these bars. So we got a water pump up there on the shelf. It's just an old mock-up water pump. We keep that stuff sitting around so we can do stuff like this. And so we're going to mock up the motor and see where we're at. We're still waiting on the mounts that go to the back of the block. And once we get those mounts, then we'll get our belt housing off the wall back there. And we'll bolt the Saginaw to it, and we'll get all that stuck in the hole. So y'all hang out with us. We're going to do a little work. All right, y'all. Well, as y'all can see, we got everything bolted on the motor there. Or I say motor, it block. That's our hollow motor. We just bolted an old set of heads on it. I'm pretty sure those are 882s. And we put our old climber pan on there. We've had that pan for years, and we've used it for mock-up. It is a single kick-out. I believe it's a 7.5 or 8 quart pan, just what they call, Speedway calls a climber pan. So we're gonna stick her over in there and see where we get with these motor mounts. Y'all hang tight. Yeah, that air cylinder would be nice, wouldn't it? You know, if we smart, we done both this thing.
That's what I was looking at.
We made it to do that. It'll be all right. It'll go over. Putting that T-bar on there is a bad idea.
I know it. I broke that sucker a little bit. Whacked it right on my elbow. You want to stick that
There's a
screwdriver in there?
wood screw in the exhaust port. They've been sitting back here under the bench, y'all. So.
Hey, that sounds like me when I'm trying to walk around.
Yeah, come back. Come on back. All right.
We're on the oil pan.
No. Are we?
No.
No, it's sitting there.
It's sitting over there.
Make it look. I need to loosen my motor mount back up. I got it too tight.
Twist it a little bit.
Yeah, I got mine too tight. Freaking go. Whoa. Too loose now.
Oil pan is hitting over here.
Boy, you're going to have to raise the motor oils back up. My motor mount slid all the way down. I'm not where I need to be. Oh. Oh.
All right, you want to turn this a little bit?
Yeah.
It's kind of cattywampus, laid it to the front just a little bit. Ready?
I think so. I hope back of the block start to go down now.
All right.
I might have to put a jack under it just to raise it up where we need it. Because I want the front to be sitting on that,
Yeah.
those mounts.
Down on them tight.
Yeah.
I can see one hole.
Uh,
Said I can see one hole in that mount.
we're going to play with them brackets.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do, we have to scoot them all the way out, but we may also have to put a washer.
Yeah, put a shim on it.
Yeah. Push you. You got the, this guy. We got any place to put a level?
On that plate, the car plate.
I'm talking about here.
No, because you want the car to level.
I know.
So put it on the lift plate. Oh, side to side. I'm sorry.
Side to side.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was
This is the one with the magnet.
I was thinking front and back.
It don't work with crap sitting up and down this way.
Yeah. So the other ones over here that don't have a magnet.
Well, that there's stuck to the center part.
I mean, it is literally 1 degree off.
What are you?
It's 90 right now.
All right, it's gotta go, it needs to go down a smidgen.
What do you mean? I don't have any pressure on the motor.
Yeah, but you said it's at what now?
I had to come up. The back was down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to come up.
How much?
It's 90 right there.
Okay. Well, now set it right there on the edge of that.
I feel like we're cooking. Oh, there we go.
Oh, set it on the edge of that head. If you can.
Something on that morning there. Okay. we're sitting dead level right there.
Okay.
The head is 5 degrees.
Okay.
So we're good.
We're there then.
We got an inch behind the distributor.
Yep.
So
I was looking at that. I like that. We just have to shim the motor up to get the pan to clear.
Oh yeah, we're hitting the cross member on this side.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We're missing here, but we're getting over there.
We may not be centered. It looks like it can go to the driver's side just a little bit. Matter of fact, I know it can. It needs to go to the driver's side so anyway.
Alright, we need to loosen these off a little bit and bump this away then.
Yeah, that's a little more difficult than just bumping them loose.
Well, I mean, we'll bump the motor over and then reset things.
Where are you at on the holes in the frame?
Well, I could see, a while ago, I could see this one, right there it is. About half of the hole up in here.
Yeah, that mount needs to go down just a little bit. So it'll have to go in on the mount and then on the frame it'll have to. But right now it's level front to back and side to side.
Yeah.
So that's where the mounts have to be. We can loosen them up and slide the motor over in the slider.
Yeah, because the edge of the slot is sticking out right here.
Yeah. But also, we just need to make sure it's centered in the car because we're not gonna run that oil pan.
No.
So.
Yeah, I know. It's probably gonna hit the flange,
I don't know, it may not.
it may hit the well flange thing.
Oh, peach well?
Yeah. Well, Christopher, I'm gonna tell you, where this motor mount's sitting right here,
Yeah.
this one,
That one looks good.
yeah.
That other one over there looks like it needs to come up just a little bit. And we may not be exactly dead on level side to side, so.
Probably what we need to do is loosen that off. Well, the piston is where we need it.
And we tack it?
Yeah, tack this one right here so it don't move.
Yeah. Is it sitting on cross? Yeah, it's sitting flat on cross member.
Yes, it's sitting flat and I got my finger in the bolt hole.
Okay.
And this one here, if it was twisted this way just a fraction, I'm looking down through that bolt hole now.
Well, it don't need to come twist this way.
Yeah.
It looks like it needs to twist down.
Yeah, twist this way just a fraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drop a bolt in this hole right here and bump that around.
Well, let me throw this out there.
Mm-hmm.
We're lined up pretty much on the factory holes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
So what if we just pick the motor up out of there, lay the motor mounts on the cross member, tack them on.
Well, as long as we got them,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Just tack them on, right over the factory hole, lined up good. We can stick a bolt in the hole to line it up,
Yeah.
up and down.
Okay.
And then let's just tack them on, and then let's just sit the motor back on it
Okay.
and see where we're at.
Okay. All right.
All right, y'all. Well, we got her sit over in there. Pops and I kind of got an idea what we want to do, what we need to do. We have plenty of clearance on our, clearance. We have plenty of clearance on our distributor. We have about 1 inch between the distributor cap and the firewall, so that worked out good. The firewall is in stock location. We didn't move that. And as y'all can see, that's why we left the center of that firewall right there, that factory red color right there you see. That's why we left that, so people could see that factory indentation right there, that it is in stock location. So now what we've decided to do, we are gonna just tack these motor mounts in over the factory holes where the factory motor mounts were. Then we're gonna set this back down on it and see how good it lines up, because right now it's sitting level front to back, side to side. And of course we level the carb pad where the carburetor sits. The heads usually have about 4 to 5 degrees downhill in them when the carburetor's level. So, carburetor. I know my wife gets on me about the way I say carburetor. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna throw it back on time lapse. We're gonna get those tacked in, and we'll be right back on real time. Y'all hang out. All right, y'all. Well, there it is. The markup motor is in there where it needs to be. It is level side to side. It is level front to back
Up here.
on the car pad. Again, your heads will be 4 to 5 degrees downhill if the carb is level. So, and which we're allowed a 1-inch spacer, but we're going to have a 4-barrel dual plane intake, and we'll have an adapter 4-barrel to 2-barrel because we have to run a 4412. So, but that's where we're at. And Pops and I are pretty sure that we're going to use these same tabs like this, and they're going to be on here, and they're going to stick out a little bit, and it is enough room. We had a water neck. Pops grabbed off the shelf over there, and we sat it on here, and our bar is going to go from here right over the water neck to that side over there and bolt in. And that'll just be some more support for these bars side to side once the motor's in the car. And it'll clear the carburetor and everything because we'll be right out here. So bowl on the carburetor won't be out near it or anything. So it'll all work out. We got plenty of distributor clearance in the back. So we're good there. We have to run an HEI distributor. So that's why we threw that in there. And of course we got the back of the motor sitting on a jack with a wooden block. But we do see that we're going to have to trim stuff for the bell housing, and that's what we wanted to look at before we put a bell housing in there. Now we know that we got to do some trimming to get a bell housing. So we have a stock aluminum bell housing that has the ribs on it, which a steel bell housing don't have those ribs. It's smooth. So we know if that stock bell housing will fit, a steel one should fit. So, but
It'll be right here.
Yep. We're looking at where our mounts are going to be for the back of the block. So
Right before it makes that big bend, that back, it'll be good right there. Put a tab right there and set them right down on it.
Brace it good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, that's where we're at, y'all. I think that's going to be it for this video because we want to keep getting videos out there. Like I said, we know it's been a long time since we posted. I say a long time. It's been 5 to 6 days, I think. So y'all just bear with us. We're getting better. I promise. Right now, the steroid shot that I got today has me sweating like a pig. So it is also very humid. And it's supposed to storm overnight into the morning. And so, but that's where we're at. And man, we can't thank y'all enough. We went over 700 subscribers. I made a big thank you video the other evening, and I was in the middle of editing that video, and my phone done an update, and nothing was saved. So I have decided that I definitely need to start editing on the computer, and that way I can save all the files, save all the videos, and I definitely need to get my GoPro down here and start videoing with the GoPro more instead of doing my phone. It's just easier to do my phone, and but I promise we're going to get better at that. We're going to get better at editing. We're going to make our videos more interesting. So I can't laugh because I start coughing, y'all. But we have a good time doing this stuff. And man, this is what we love to do. We come down here, we cut up, we have a good time. And it's all about fun. Racing's all about fun, and I think a lot of people have forgotten that.
Some of you younger folks around here and there wouldn't know what boat dancing is.
No, they wouldn't. But that's where we're going to go, y'all. That's where we're headed. We will test fit some headers on there as well. And we'll make sure everything it looks like everything's going to clear perfect where our bars are underneath the car. As y'all remember, we talked about that. When we done those bars, we made sure that they stayed inside this frame rail right here. So our headers would go down and clear.
Past them, yeah.
Yep. So I think everything's going to work out. Pops and I usually, you know, when we're building a car, when we're working on a car, you're not exactly sure where it's headed sometimes. But for whatever reason, this car has fell into place on everything we do. We have had hiccups. We have had bars that I've had to cut out. As a matter of fact, there's a bar back there right now that's going to get cut out tomorrow because I don't like the gap in it because it's got too big of a gap in it to weld. It's not safe to weld. And it's a bar that I tacked in. I should have never tacked it in, but it's got way too big a gap in it. And it's one of the bars that ties into the control arm support. So it'll be cut out tomorrow and we're going to redo it. Just because we've taken the time to make a nice car, we want it to be nice. So, but that's going to be it for this video, y'all. We appreciate y'all watching. We cannot thank y'all enough. I am going to make a new thank you video, and it's going to be thanking some sponsors. It's going to be thanking some people that's helped us with the car. And if it weren't for those people, I promise y'all this would not be happening. There's things that we've done right here that have not come out of mine nor Pops's pocket. And if it weren't for these people in the background, and I don't want them to be in the background because they've helped us a lot. And I'm going to bring light to that and thank those people because they watch every one of our videos. So we appreciate y'all watching. We're going to get busy. We're going to do some more videoing. But until next time.
Appreciate it, guys, gals. God bless you.
See y'all.